This is the Juki DDL 8700. This machine is very popular with factories, tailors, and even home sewers. This machine hit the market in the 1960s with the Juki 227, then the 555, and eventually the 8000 series, which is where we get this 8700. This is the newest model. It's got a maximum speed of 5,500 stitches per minute. This machine can easily be used for light lingerie, medium cotton, polyester, denim, canvas, and even fashion leather. It's easy to work with multiple material types because of the wide variety of available plates and feed dogs. Here we have a medium plate and feed dog, but there are plenty to choose from. It's also easy to change out the foot for your desired operation. All these parts are very affordable and easy to find at cutsew.com. The high shank machine sits atop this 22 by 47 inch table. The bed of the machine is approximately 19 inches. From the foot to the neck is about 10.5 inches, and the foot raises about 1/2 inch. You'll also see the reverse lever over here at the base of the neck. So if you need to back up, just press this lever and begin to sew again. Here we have the adjuster knob for the size of the stitch. It adjusts from 1 millimeter up to 5 millimeters. And here we have the bobbin winder. The reason for the 2 spools on the thread stand is so you have a spool for bobbin winding, and of course the other spool is for sewing. The needles you want to use are a 16x257. You can use any size from a size 8 up to a size 18 needle. Any size higher, and you'll want to get a 16x95 needle and adjust the timing of the machine. And now to thread the machine. Take your thread and run it through the post through the 2 tension discs. Run it through the 2 guide holes. And over the check spring. And through the thread guide. Next, go through the take-up lever. Then through the top thread guide and the lower thread guide. Then through the thread guard. Now you'll want to snip the thread and get a very clean point. And finally, you will thread the needle from the outside of the machine to the inside, from left to right. This is the proper way, and it's very important. And you may find tweezers to be helpful. And now that we're finished, let's thread the bobbin. Place the thread through the start hole and then through the 2 tension discs. Make sure it pops when you pull it through. Attach the bobbin to the axle, pull the thread down through the bobbin and begin to wind it counterclockwise a few times. And then wrap the thread under itself and wind it in the opposite direction. Then set the bobbin winder in place by pushing that lever forward. Now when you depress the pedal on the sewing machine, it will wind the bobbin. Our Juki DDL 8700 comes fully assembled, just like what you see here. It's ready to sew when you receive it. However, there's one thing you must do first. We do not oil the machine because the oil will spill out during shipping. You must oil the machine, and here's how you do it. Fortunately, this is very easy. Tilt the head back on the machine. You'll notice the high and low lines marked inside the pan. You'll take the oil bottle, which is included with your purchase, and pour it into the oil pan until you reach the full mark. It's important to keep an eye on oil levels whenever you sew, and how often you check that should depend on how often you use the machine. If you begin to run low on oil, just add a little bit to the pan and once again reach the full indicator line. If your oil is getting thread buildup and begins to look a little gunky, you can simply drain the pan by placing a container underneath the table and releasing this oil plug with a flathead screwdriver. Just above this oil plug, you'll notice the machine has an oil pump. It's also easy to clean with just a blast of air from your canned air or your compressor. Replace the plug afterwards and refill the pan with fresh oil. Now you're all cleaned up. Over here, you'll notice a plastic part. This is not packing material, this is the umbrella. Its job is to raise and lower the foot, which is controlled by the knee lifter. Don't discard this part. So if you've been wondering what the Juki DDL 8700 looks like while it's sewing, here you go, a full minute of just sewing.